All right, hello, survivors of BSL. We need t-shirts that say I survived BSL Season 7 Round of 16 Group A, because like I've got scars internally, externally. Wow. I'm gonna be talking to like my therapist 50 years from now, and she's gonna be like, it all stems back from that one fateful group that you broadcast. Like, you know what? I knew that ahead of time. Wow. What a crazy ZVZ series we just witnessed. I'll never watch games like those again, no matter how much Nyoken wants me to. But we're moving on. We've got Ty2. He's going to be taking on the Canadian player DragOn for the last spot out of Group A in the round of 8. So I don't even know if I have a favorite here, Nyoken. Like, I just want to see more greatness like what we just witnessed.
Yeah, I think I might lean a little towards DragOn. He already showed he's got good Protoss versus Zerg, taking out Gornich. And remember, Ty2 had to prepare for all matchups, ZVZ, ZVT, and now ZVP. So I would probably lean like 60-40 in DragOn's favor, but you never know with Ty2. Ty2 does crazy stuff, man. And now that people are meching in Terran versus Zerg, he even does it versus Terran, so you never know. He dropped me. He did a Hydra drop versus me at DreamHack, so he's got a whole bunch of builds he can pull out.
He does it all. Well, all right, let's get into it. Our set list is Gladiator, Sylphid, and Power Bond. How fitting if we finished on a Game 3 Power Bond. Can't wait. Well, let's get into it. Whatever the PVZ equivalent of those last two games is, I'm sure that's what's in store for us again. So here we go. DragOn versus Ty2, a best of 3, last player to advance on to the round of 8 in the BSL. Wait, oh, okay, all right. I joined the game, but I wasn't in the game, or I wasn't in the right game. All right, so I'm joining again, and we're good. All right, sick. All right, we're good. Okay, the first map is not Gladiator. It is Sylphid. So don't believe his lies. Okay. Here we go. Map is Neo Sylphid. Let's do it. Okay. So I'm in the game. Our camera's still on screen. Oh no, there we go. Wow. Epic wipe. Here we go. In the 12 o'clock location at the top of the map, Sylphid, which is not Gladiator, even though it looks like Gladiator, except it doesn't. This is our black Protoss player, DragOn.
In the bottom right, he's coming off of one of the craziest ZVZs I've ever seen. It is Ty2. And Rapid, your boy's got your color on. So I'm waiting for these Zealots, man.
Dude, the Zealots look like Power Rangers, I'm telling you, man. It's awesome. Oh, I just want to see Reavers. I don't know what a black Protoss Reaver looks like. It's got to look sick, because it's got like the scales that intermesh with each other.
Yeah.
Whoa, did TD1 just give black Protoss a 6 out of 10? Jump into lava. Like, oh my gosh. No taste. Anyway. Yeah, PVZ to finish things off. Obviously, this is going to be completely different than that last series. I desperately hope so. But I like what you said earlier. Ty2 has a lot more to prepare for, and DragOn knows what it's like to go deep in BSL. Ty2 doesn't.
Yeah, this is a top 4 finalist, so you know he's not happy to be eliminated in top 16. He wants to make it farther, at least top 8, a repeat of top 4 potentially. And I am a little surprised that he's going for a Forge opener, because every time I see somebody go for a Forge opener versus Ty2, you're basically just giving control to Ty2 to let him do whatever he wants. And if the probe goes down, you're in trouble versus someone like Ty2.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I think Ty2 is really good at leveraging kind of the freedom that he has when he knows his opponent like cannon expand. But like, think about it. Like way back in the day, like it was basically cheating to get a fast expand as Protoss. Like you weren't like really supposed to be able to do that, and then people like figure out how to just barely hold with Forge and cannons and stuff like that. But nowadays, I actually think it's quite different, because you have players that are like Ty2 who are so good at exploiting that. So obviously Gateway Expand's like pretty common now, just because it gives you like the ability to go do stuff. So
yeah, it lets you be aggressive. It puts pressure back onto the Zerg. It makes them out of their comfort zone. They got to balance their larva in building drones and lings. So it's really, really hard to deal with it. When I first started playing Brood War again, I remember watching Bisu versus Hero, and I'm not exaggerating, Bisu just rallied his one gate across the map for like 8 minutes, and Hero could not deal with it. I just thought, is this really that broken? It looks super broken. Just Zealots getting behind the mineral line, just forcing out so many lings. It's crazy.
Yeah, because it takes so much more of your attention to deal with what takes so much less of his attention. Like, he puts the Zealot there, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I can't trade my lings that way. I've got to send these lings this way and that one that way. And it's like, okay, well, that's just a lot to deal with. So this is going to be the Forge Expand. 2 cannons before Nexus. Like, I mean, this is very safe. Like, he is just really... The only safer way would have been to get like, the Gateway before the Nexus. And at that point, like, why are you even expanding? Just go kill the guy. But, I mean, hey, we do have an expansion coming down from DragOn, as well as Ty2 getting up 2 bases of his own on location towards the southern side of the map. And this is going to be really interesting to see how Ty2 wants to play this, because with the cannons, he does have a little bit of extra freedom.
Yep, and the probe did go down. Ty2 killed it pretty fast, and I was watching his main when it happened. As soon as he killed it, he put drones back onto gas. I thought, oh, we're going to have old school 2-hatch Hydra, but it is just going to be standard layer follow-up. He's got 3rd hatch at one of the middle bases, and you can see that DragOn is worried because he already had 3 probes pulled off in anticipation of a potential ling run by.
It's weird. It looks weird. Like, if you've never watched or played Brood War and you see just idle workers sitting there, it's just the strangest thing. But if you don't have them, then you will die when the Hydras or the Lings or whatever just run through and kill all your stuff. It's so crazy to know that you have to do that just in case. But hey, that's the power of killing that drone early, or probe early.
Yeah, and this is the Ty2 effect. We're seeing it in action because remember, we saw DragOn open the same way versus Gorinich, and he went 2 cannons. But look at this. He's got a 3rd cannon already done. So he knows who he's facing against. He's making sure that if there's a Hydra bust, I'm 100% not dying. So that's already a good start for Ty2 because he's not busting. He's just playing pretty much as standard as you can play after an initial fast speed opener.
I'm going to use that. I'm just going to call this the Ty2 effect from now on, because it is... Missed it. So iconic. Because, like, literally you secede, or you cede the entire map to Ty2. He could have another 2 hatcheries by now. You don't know. You know, what are you doing? You're sitting in your base. Well, until he went out and killed that Zergling with 3 Zealots. But now he's back to plugging holes with Zealots, which is, you know, maybe not totally what the Kala was designed to create the union of Protoss minds to do, but you know, it works okay.
We have Ty2, Spire almost done, 500, that's 600. Gonna be putting down his 4th and 5th hatch pretty soon. There it is, 4th at the natural, 5th at the 3rd base. Wonder if he's gonna go into 6 hatch like we saw Gorinich go for, or is it just gonna be 5 hatch again? And is this gonna be Mutas, or is it just gonna be Scourge? The Scourge.
Yeah, I would imagine just Scourge. I think this actually should play out quite standardly. Although he does have that Flyer Carapace upgrade, which says that maybe in the future it won't quite be there.
Yeah, almost all Zergs getting +1 Carapace, since almost every Protoss gets +1 weapon on their stairs. But we don't see DragOn going for +1 on his stairs just yet, so he's going to have to be careful to make sure he doesn't lose any of these stairs. We know every single Zerg that sees Sayers go down, they instantly build Mutas. But he is continuing to pump Sayers regardless. He's up to soon to be 4. His Citadel's coming in. But this is much different than how he opened earlier. Remember, he was really aggressive last time we saw him on Sylphid with 4 gate.
Oh yeah, actually, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was... What?
He got 2 Sayers. Those 4 Scourge he built, he got both of the Sayers.
Wait, no, what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, time for the Mutas. Yep, 3 on the way.
That's just the Zerg mindset. It's like, I killed a Sayer, instantly hit that M button, man. It's just 100% of the time they do it. If I was Dragon, that Stargate better be blinking because you know it's coming.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden you lose that many Corsairs. You know what time it is? 5 gateways.
Well, he may have been going mutas the whole time anyways, because he's got 3rd gas already, and I think that's a bit abnormal, but you never know. It could have been triggered by the Scourge, but since Dragon has stopped building our Corsairs, I'm extremely worried, and since this is not the DT opener that we see often, the Templar Archive just started. It's going to be a long time for him to have an Archon or Storm.
I do actually think he was maybe going mutas before that very fortunate occasion, but it certainly works out quite well that he was able to snipe that. Now 8 mutalisks, 8 show up at an extremely wide open natural expansion. Oh my goodness. Okay, oh no. The one cannon, the Scourge of the Mutalisk, doesn't actually matter at all. And now, what's that? A single Corsair? Oh no. The Corsair, Scourge of the 7 Seas. Nobody actually cares. And he's actually going to snipe a second Corsair here. Or no, it runs for the hills. But geez Louise, man, these mutas are wreaking havoc everywhere. No mining at the natural, and already a very scared low Corsair count.
Yeah, and what does Dragon do now? Is he just going to try counterattack? Scourge have skirted
He's
by.
targeting down the cannons. What? The Mad Lad. The Madman. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Is this... I mean, this is terrible, terrible damage, right? Like, how do you come back from this?
This
What?
might just be over. It's 5 mutas in the main. The Templar Archive instantly try and morph into an Archon, but Scourge took out the Sairs. And all Dragon can do is counterattack. He's got a lot of Zealots. Is there any opening? No, not at the 3rd base, not at the natural.
Wow, the Archon spawns and dies instantly. And we're back at it again. We're not actually even intentionally necessarily killing the probes. We're just killing the cannons, and then vicariously through the splash damage of the Glaive Worm, we're killing probes. But, oh my goodness. Excuse me, I'd like to buy a vowel. Okay, no, I just like to buy a cannon. He can't do it. He's just losing so many probes. Oh my god, this is terrible.
This Sim City with the Hydrogen and the hatcheries being a complete wall is hilarious. The Zealots don't even attempt to try and bust it. They just walk away. And
the saddest Zealots. Oh my god, they're just... And now they're running into mutas. Oh my god, Ty2. How does Ty2... I feel like Ty2 is a little bit like the Joker. It's like he always orchestrates things to go into his favor in the strangest, craziest, weirdest way, to where like you think it's like your idea that you're doing everything that helps him, and then you're like, wait a second, why is this my idea? This isn't my idea, it's his idea. He's that far in your head.
yeah, it's a huge mind game from Ty2, just catching Dragon completely off guard. 2 Archons can definitely change the outcome of a fight, but they gotta actually get in there, and the mutas have 1 more range than an Archon. They can micro. If they micro perfectly, they would be able to kill the Archons, but he's gonna come into the natural and see that he can't get in here either, and Ty2 even has lurkers.
What? Oh my god. Okay, well, how do you bust this? Like, I'm sure busting would make Dragon feel pretty good, but I don't know if that's in his future here. What is he even doing?
I don't think he can do anything. He just started his robo as he saw the lurkers. Already Dragon may just have to try and go for split map scenario because all timings are out the window. The Zealot Archon attack trying to bust the 3rd is down the drain. The bust of the naturals down the drain. Ty2 already has Hive. He's got Greater Spire morphing. What?
Excuse me, but how? Well, one of the wonders of our modern world, Ty2, young Lewis, man. How does he make this happen? And I love what Dragon is doing right now. He's just literally running around in circles. He has nothing that he can do in his entire world. And oh, by the way, the muta's back at it again.
And Dragon's Dragon's upgrading range on his cybernetics. He really needs range, of course, but he needs to get +1 weapon on his Sares too, because these mutas have +1 armor. We're going to see Guardians, which I think have 1 or 2 armor. The Sares are going to deal 0 damage. And he needs to get like 7 Sares or something to deal with these Guardians that are coming.
Look at this muta control. Absolutely devastating. 4 cannons. Oh, by the way, they're not in the right place, so that does not do anything. Now there's one more storm from one of these High Templar, so I guess that's one way to deal with the mutas, but it's only temporary, and the mutas are still actually pretty healthy. It's not like the mutas are actually meant to fight anything. They just create so much pressure right now, and Ty2 just in complete control of this game.
Yeah, and the funny part is even though DragOn is softening them up with Storm, when he morphs them into Guardians, they're just going to have full health. So every Storm is just a Storm that you're not going to have when the Guardians actually morph, if he goes for Guardians. I thought he was, but we don't see them morphing just yet. Maybe he's just
Well, he just finished Consume, so he's all the way up the tech tree doing everything else too.
Yeah, somehow DragOn got a hidden base up at mid-left. I don't know how he got that, but...
Well, there's no Nexus, but he's got everything else up there, yeah.
Well, is it a hidden base? I don't even know if it's hidden anymore because of how these Lings and Lurkers are positioned.
Yeah, I think it may possibly have been revealed. Is he actually going to build the Nexus here? Like, he knows it's going to be the full brunt of this. Oh my god, look at those Lurkers just killing everything. The Archons are like, nope, 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 nope. Get back up there. And yeah, the Nexus is on the way.
Defiler is out, and this 4th base is going to go down, and DragOn's army is Goon, Templar versus Defilers, and that's not a good sign when you're facing Ling Lurker Dark Swarm.
I mean, hey, he got a free Defiler kill off towards the back, but I don't know if that necessarily matters. We've still got a huge, now reinforced block of mutas, and more Dark Swarm than he knows what to do with.
And I thought DragOn was going to get sandwiched in the middle of the map, but he's going to just try and bust this 3rd base. Archons are doing work, but now that Dark Swarm has arrived, they're not able to deal any damage. At least DragOn didn't lose his whole army. I really thought he was going to lose his whole army.
Wow, give him some credit. Nice storm on the mutas, all but takes them out, and actually another one will destroy the mutas, so the High Templar get to live another day, or die another day, I guess as the case may be. But more and more cracklings flooding through. Yeah, this is cracklings, okay, I'm getting my mind wrapped around it. And by the way, a huge amount of new mutas, brand new mutas, still assaulting the space. Dark Swarm everywhere you need it, and places you don't. And yeah, everything... You're going to go down. Even the Archon, the lone defender of justice at this hidden 3rd base. Oh, look at the Ling Lurker just running into the Protoss army, running past. Don't even register on their radar.
Meanwhile, Ty2 is taking mid-right, but DragOn wants that also, trying to get pylon up with some cannons. Meanwhile, still big fights out in the center of the map. DragOn actually killed the majority of Ty2's army. It's just too bad he wasn't able to keep up his 3rd base. If he got that running, it would all of a sudden be 3 base versus 3 base. But now his main mined out, and he's basically going to be back down to 1.
Yeah, I do want to say that, DragOn does have 120 supply up against just 80 or 90 from Ty2. And quite a bit of Ty2's supply is workers, because he is fully saturated at like 3.5 bases, or at least he was. So he's got a little bit of that going on. Let's not count DragOn out too quickly, but it certainly seems like Ty2 has the brain lock, the Vulcan mind pinch on this game so far.
Well, Ty2 is floating quite a bit of resources. If there's a bad trade, all of a sudden DragOn could get back into it. And we saw it earlier. Ty2 was struggling to get a 4th base versus SPX, and I'm getting deja vu that this 4th base might get denied by DragOn because his army is very strong. He's got +2 weapons, soon to be +3. He's got high-tech units here, a bunch of Archons, some Templars too.
Yeah, definitely got to keep your macro going. That's a recipe for disaster. Now trying to get this base up on the right-hand side. I actually think this one is much more defensible than the one up top, which is kind of weird. But also, it's much closer. I have no idea actually how to call this game, Nyokin. It felt like Ty2 was just the mastermind forever, but maybe he like didn't expo enough or something like that. I don't know. But DragOn What a god.
Yes, somehow Dragon's back into it. He's long distance mining the mineral only, but that's okay. For now, he's going to put down a Nexus there pretty soon too, and then if he gets this up, he's going to have equal bases because Ty2 just now getting his own fourth. Yeah, I agree. I thought Ty2 is just hands down going to win this.
Well, you know, miracles happen when you believe. If anybody can make a game turn into a win or a loss spontaneously, Ty2 is going to make that happen. So, yeah, let's keep an eye on it. I don't think that, you know, the game is going to end just yet, but I do think it's going to come down to whether or not DragOn can maintain control of the side base.
Well, we do have Ty2 going for a drop to the side base, and I agree. If he loses this, DragOn's going to be in a world of hurt.
Look at this one lurker up at the upper right, like 2 o'clock base.
Yeah, it's doing work. But
it is.
We gotta see if this drop is gonna do work. There's 4 zealots. There is a Templar, but he's not up the ramp. He can't storm.
Yeah, where's the swarm? There it is, right over the cannon. Look at these cracklings go. Look at the cracklings versus Protoss units. Oh, disgusting. A nice storm over the swarm. I'm not sure if that Defiler, yeah, the Defiler wants to get out of there. But look at the cracklings go. Look at the cracklings go. Oh my, are they really going to kill the Nexus while the Zealots watch?
I think that DragOn might actually hold it. He's going to lose all of his probes, but he did hold it for now. Ty2's got a 20 supply lead now, though, but Ty2 did lose mid-left, so that's, again, no fourth base for Ty2, and the standing army from DragOn is still very strong.
He's got a bunch of lurkers now rallied up towards there. That Nexus goes down! They're like 2 Zerglings snipe it. What a god, Ty2. Denying both that base and the base above. Oh, actually, no, he didn't deny the base above it with that lurker. The lurker got cleared out with the obs coming in. And finally, DragOn is back to mining again, but it's only minerals and it's only 1 base.
And Ty2, he's got 2,000 gas. I'm waiting to see what he's going to dump it into. I don't see
it's for the Ultras. No, I don't see an Ultra Den either.
Yeah, no Ultra Den anywhere. So it's really just pure Lings and Lurkers at this point. And DragOn looking to deny this mineral only. Oh, maybe not right now, but he needs to deny it.
What are we doing? Like Guardians? Like, I don't know what's going on here. Nice Plague on a bunch of Zealots and stuff. I'm going to soften that up. We turn our attention back to the 7 o'clock base. DragOn turns his like evil Sauron eye down there. Is like, I want to take you out. And he's like, no. Oh, okay, I will back off. Well, DragOn, he's got a sliver of a lifeline, and not even really that at this point. He's just trying to make anything happen, and he can't go through a lurker field like that.
I like his position. I see the mineral only has 4 Archons. He still kept the core of his army alive. It's not like he just suicided into those lurkers just now. And he can start thinking about taking mid-right. That's exactly what he's doing. He's got a probe over there. This is so many Lings, Rapid. Look at how many Lings Ty2 has at his natural.
What? What are you? Okay. All right. Well, he's just going to box them A move. Box them A move. Oh my gosh. All right. I will die eventually if we don't like actually resolve some of these games. So Ty2, come on, my dude. Like we gotta get a move on. This is such a crazy game, and honestly, like I like DragOn's ability to retake this 3 o'clock base. Like he's getting back up in there. He's got a lot of Archons, and I don't think he's gonna let a drop like that happen again. But my problem is that with all these Zerglings, like Ty2 is just gonna point his Zerg t-shirt cannon at a base and just fire a load of Lings there, and I don't know if anything's going to stand up to that.
Yeah, Ty2's upgrades are amazing. He's at 2-3. Meanwhile, DragOn's upgrades are pretty good for how the game has gone. He's got +3 weapons, soon to be +1 armor. But I'm just... with how many Lings, they're just going to just tear through everything on the map. Even Archons are going to fall so quickly. Yeah,
3-2 cracklings, man. Or is it 3-2, 2-3? Hold on a second. We'll get down to the bottom of this.
Uh-oh, Lurker dropped to the mineral only of the Protoss player. I think that the cannon's just barely going to be out of range. This might get like 20 kills.
Oh no. Alright, well he's multitasking, so he can't do it just yet. There are a couple of High Templars that are just there for no reason. That Overlord, man. You gotta go. Oh, he's waiting to hit the base and then distract him and then run into the lurkers. Oh no, the probes! All right, well, that's one way to do it. Instantly down to 29 workers and wait until, oh, here we go. Lurker drop coming into the natural, or the third base. Pew, 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 pew. All right, oh no, no! 29 to 16, the probe manatee. Oh, disgusting. Oh, I need a shower, like, get me out of here.
Well, I like Dragon being on 4 base, but now I think he's dead.
I concur. I'm gonna go with you there, Nyoken. You know, as the analyst, I should probably just agree with you whenever you say anything. But you know what? I think you're pretty right there. Damn! Dragon taps out. Ty2 takes game number 1, first blood, and is 1 game away, knocking out the round of 4 Dragon from last season and advancing on to the round of 8 himself.
Yeah. I didn't see this coming. Well, I don't know. This was a hard group to tell, but I thought Dragon was going to be a bit favored. But Ty2, he's bringing it.
Okay, yeah, but how ambiguous the it antecedent is here, Nyoken. Like, what exactly is he bringing? Like, I don't know, man. This is...
I don't know what Ty2 brings. He just brings Ty2 things. You never know what it actually is until it hits you, and you're like, oh, well, I didn't prepare for that, and then you're dead. And Dragon did not prepare for those mutas, and he got punished really hard.
Imagine what it's like to be inside the mind of Ty2. Like, where all of this stuff is just a normal, everyday occurrence. Like, Ty2 wakes up and he's like, yeah, maybe I'll have a game like
BSL.
that. Like, no human has ever thought these thoughts before. Like, I don't know, man. There's a special place in this world for all of us. You know, we all have our special gifts, and Ty2 is just making games like that happen. I was like, holy. Better him than me, man. I just get to watch on in awe at the craziness that ensues. But I'm glad we can all be here and do that together. Yet another one of the fine reasons to visit patreon.com/bombastic and make sure that this happens ad perpetuum, so that there's always a league in which Ty2 can make these shenanigans happen.
Indeed, and we might get some more shenanigans. Gladiator, you can have a lot of drop potential here. This is going to be a big macro match. So I'm ready to go get this thing on the road, see if Dragon can turn it around, or if Ty2 is going to knock out one of the first 4 people out of the 4 that made it to the top 4 last season.
All right, let's do it. Our map is Gladiator. It's map number 2, our final series of the night. One of these players will advance on to the BSL Season 7 round of 8. All right, here we are in the bottom right-hand corner, the map Gladiator. We find ourselves staring into the, hold on, what did they call this? Teal, ooh, into the teal eyes of our Protoss player, needing to come back after a game 1 loss. This is Dragon.
And in the top right is the Brown Zerg Ty2. No early pool this time. He really hasn't gone for an early pool at all in any of the games so far we've seen. Not that that's surprising, because Ty2's a very balanced player, but it's. Did he go for an early pool in the round of 24? Do you remember? Oh, he did. He 4-pooled someone.
Yeah, he 4-pooled. Yeah.
Oh, so see, he did it in round of 24 to throw him off guard. No 4-pool in the round of 16. Maybe we'll see 4-pool in the round of 8 if he can make it there.
Oh geez. Well. Oh geez, Nyoken. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm waiting for the Eco 5 pool. That's what we're looking for. Okay, unfortunately it's not going to happen this time. 9 pool. That's the build. Oh, over pool. Never mind.
Yep, over pool. And Dragon again getting a first scout off. That's great for him. And again, a Forge expand. Now, since he sees it's an overpool, I don't think you can Nexus before the Forge unless you're going for some crazy type of probe cut, like an 11 Nexus, something like that. Yep, there we go. There's the Forge. Just going to be standard play.
Standard play, you say, Nyoken. Well, I don't know what I think about that.
Standard play for now. We got to keep our eyes on Ty2. He can just, on a whim, yep, I'm going to all in you now. Or
I'll never forget, like, he did all this Muta shenanigans. I look back, he's got Lurker, he's 90% of the way to Hive, Greater Spire instantly afterwards, never made a unit out of the Greater Spire. What a madman.
Yeah, I was positive he was going to spam those Guardians after he forced out so many Storms from the Templar, but you know something that Ty2 doesn't do? There was a OSL, was it OSL or MSL, July versus Best. You know that Star League where July drone drilled Best on Troy?
I want to say that's OSL.
There's that game. That's the only all-in I've seen that Ty2 doesn't do. He doesn't drone drill people, but everything else, Ty2 will go for it. And so far, we're not going to see an all-in from him just yet. He's got 3-hatch, but I hope we see like 3-hatch Hydra or something.
Oh yeah, that was Ever 2008 OSL.
Yeah, that
final.
was a long time ago. It was, I think, the only time Best made it to a finals, but that's when you knew that July was not messing around. It was like, dude, like, you gotta be very confident and I don't know, like, so risky to go for that.
That was super one-sided, right? Like, didn't July just like totally bop him? Like, this is when July was like monster mode.
Yeah, July crushed him, and that kind of just was like, yeah, you're never gonna beat me, dude. At least not in that series. And the probe goes down, and this is dangerous because Ty2 just started mining gas.
Oh, Nyoken. Dare we dream that we should get such a good game as we did before?
They're at the natural, so no Hydra play for now. I'm sad. I would like to see the attempted bust. But DragOn, I'm looking at his opener. He's only got one cannon so far. We don't see a second or third one, so at least he's not affected by the Ty2 effect like he had last game. So that's great for him. Cybernetic's already done too.
Yeah, DragOn is like completely undisrupted. Like, I mean, we talk about how maybe going for Forge gives too much freedom to Ty2 to do whatever he wants, but it also lets DragOn actually just have the perfect setup. So he is going to have at least the start to the game that he would like. And maybe he doesn't have as much information after losing that probe, but hey, I mean, he's going to have the start that makes him most comfortable. And so everything is completely standard on his side, +1 coming through, Stargate on the way.
I think we're about to see unstandard because we see Hydrogen. I think this is going to be a drop. He's getting speed on his Hydras, but I really think that we're going to see speed in the lair pretty soon. I don't see a Spire anymore or anywhere. I'm betting on Lurker Hydra drop into the main, force a ton of cannons out at the natural, and then Ty2 just bust you in the weakened main area.
Okay. Slow drop? No, fast drop. Yeah, of course. When I see the slow drop, I can respect that. Like, that's dirty. But yeah, okay. So we're getting Overlord speed, Hydra speed. Hydra's already on the way. All right, it's time.
It's time, Rapid, because speed on Overlords is kicking in. This could be just a 3-hatch Hydra, but I think we know that this is going to be a drop. And I'm reminded of a game of Ty2, was it Bonneth? He opened similar to this, and he sent speed Overlords into the main. There was nothing in them, and it drew Bonneth completely out of position. Then he just busted the front. So that's also a potential that DragOn has to respect. If he moves to defend the main, and there's nothing at the natural, just cannons, he's going to die there.
Yeah, also you can do the same fake drop, but with just like, I don't know, a couple of Zerglings, whatever, absolutely nothing. And then you bust the front. And like you start to drop the Zerglings out of the Overlord, and they really overcommit. This is like if he's expecting it to be fake. But here we go. We're looking to bust the front. Where's that drop coming through? There's some Sloverlords coming down, but the Corsairs are right there to try to escort them back. And actually, yeah, the Corsairs are actually going to catch the Overlord, or at least one of them, that was coming down for this drop.
Yep, and this is going to be dropped because it has just started at the natural. And DragOn, he does have speed kicking in. He hasn't lost any of his zealots just yet. He also kept +1, which is going to be huge. So I'm still okay with his position. He needs to get up a couple more gateways. Uh-oh, this might be the wrong choice because he's got a robotics coming up. But, well, that might actually be a good choice. Well, in theory, because we don't know, or he doesn't know, Ty2 could have been building lurkers. And if there's a lurker drop in the main, he just flat out dies without detection.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. So it's not like it telegraphs everything too much. Range, drop, and more Hydras on the way. So Ty2 is, yeah, really going for this. Let's see, where are those pesky Corsairs? Have they been doing anything? No.
Yeah,
sitting in the main. There's one Corsair, yeah, the 3 Corsairs are sitting in the main, doing nothing.
Yeah, so for now, they don't see the Overlords, and they need to see the Overlords coming. And the Robo is done. I'm surprised that it's done. And DragOn knows that this is a drop. He's spamming cannons in his main. He needs to get up either Observatory or Support Bay. In this scenario, he needs to Support Bay because we see that there is no Lurkers.
Yeah, nope, not at all. Drop just now finishing along with range and a bunch of Hydras, but yeah, I don't think that there's any chance to break through at least not those Corsairs. Like, maybe he could go around and drop in the back of the natural, but I'm pretty sure the cannons would see him there. So, yeah, I don't even think that would work. So, I think, is Ty2 too committed to just try this, or is he just going to try to bust the front? There's Infinity Cannons here, Zealots as well. Gonna try to make it happen, but I don't know about this one. The Zealots actually evaporating as soon as they run forward, but it's still buying time for the cannons to help take out these Hydras.
Wow, those Zealots bugged out on each other, and they didn't get any damage done to these Hydras, so it's just 6 cannons versus about 30 Hydras. And DragOn, he's pro-pulling, and we know that that's not going to work. All the cannons go down, and this is Ty2 on the brink of eliminating DragOn.
Yeah, now he's got to focus down these Corsairs because they are killing off all of the Overlords. The Corsairs go down. The Overlords are still alive. DragOn GG's. Ty2 is your round of 8 representative, the second one to advance after SPX from Group A.
Ty2, he's deadly. I'm glad to see him in the top 8 because I think he can do it again, go even farther, top 4, maybe potential final. He's so strong these days.
What a monster. How do you even like prepare for a guy like Ty2 to bring out those kind of strats? Like, how do you even practice that? Like, I want a Korean pro gamer to watch those games and go through what we did and like just have to subject themselves to whatever that is. Like, man, what a beautiful game Brood War is.
Yeah, it's so hard to prepare versus Ty2, especially if you're Protoss with limited scouting ability. I don't know how you can prepare for somebody like Ty2 or Zealot, people like that. It's just DragOn read it right and he still lost. It's so hard.